Hey, AP students, AP Stat students, welcome back. We're in day 2 of chapter 11. I want to make sure you watch this video before you come to class on Thursday morning, okay? So this is the date that I want you to watch this by. All right. So just a reminder, the syllabus confirmation assignment should take you all but 1 minute to do. Please do that by Friday at 3 p.m. And then our new practice assignment are just going to be 2 problems again, working the same thing we worked on earlier this week, and that'll be due at Friday at 3 p.m., 3:10 p.m. the same time, okay? There'll be an assignment for both. All right, so I just want to do one problem with you today. This is number 19 on page 267. Go ahead and turn there. It's about driving tests. How many of you have your driver's license? How many of you drive? How many of you drive legally? Okay, good. Get that driver's license. Right now is a good time to drive. There's a lot less cars on the road. Go ahead and pause the video and read over number 19 right now. And I want you to figure out, what is the question asking you? Like, what is the question we want to answer? Okay, go ahead and pause the video right now and read that over. All right. So if you look at the second to last line, where it says, estimate the average, is it okay if I abbreviate? The average number of tests drivers take in order to get a driver's license. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. It says to do 20 runs or 20 trials. Please don't. Let's just do 5 trials. Okay, if you can do it 5 times, you know how to do it 20 times. So that's fine. Okay. There's something interesting that happens in this question because your probability of passing changes on your second and subsequent attempts. So the first time you take it, you have a 34% chance of passing. And then the second and on, you have a 72% chance of passing. How many of you have taken the driving test multiple times and passed? Okay, cool. So what I need to do, remember our first step was we have to define what values we're using. So I'm gonna say for the first attempt, for first test, I'm gonna say using numbers 00 to 99, okay? The reason I'm using 00 to 99 is that our percentages now are double digits, right? Like we cannot just use 0 through 9. So you want to use the least number of values possible, but in this case, the least number of values is 00 to 99. You can use 1 through 100 if you wanted to, but I'll explain why I'm choosing this a little bit later. So it's going to be let 00 to 33 represent pass, and then let 34 to 99 represent fail. Okay, so let's make sure that's correct. Can you make sure that 00 to 33 is 34%, and this would be 66%? So this is your percentage of pass, and this is your percentage of fail. Okay, so that's on the first attempt, your first test. Now we also have to write for this for the subsequent attempts. So for subsequent tests, okay, we're going to use same thing, 00 to 99. We're going to let 00 to, so we have a 72% chance of passing. That means 00 to 72 or 00 to 71. It means 71 represent pass, and let 72 to 99 represent fail. Let me just make sure, did we do this correctly? Is this 72%? Is this 28%? If you're not sure, count how many numbers are there from 00 to 71. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fast forward the video, 71. So yes, there's 72 values between 00 and 71. Okay, so we need this. You have to show this information. You don't have to write the question, but this is helpful right here. Okay, so now I'm going to make my table. And do you all remember what goes into your table? So this would be your trials, trial number. And we're going to do 5 only. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be our outcomes. And this is going to be our response variable. Okay, so notice, what is our responsive variable here? Is it the number of times you pass, the number of times you fail? Is it if you pass, is it fail? Go back to your question and think about it. It's the number of tests a driver takes before they succeed. Okay? I'm sorry, until they succeed. So how many tests do you have to take to get your license? All right, so the minimum value here should be 1, right? You should never have a 0 right here. So think about that, put it into context. That's the cool thing about statistics. It's not just like solve for X, there's always context involved, and usually your answer in statistics will be some kind of explanation or conclusion. It won't just be one number as your final answer. So what I'm gonna do, if it's okay with you, for the first 3, I'm gonna use my random number generator. And then for the last 2, I'm going to use the table on page A77, okay? So for my random number generator, let me turn it on, clear. You want to go to Math, PRB, Probability, the 5th option, and this time we're going from 0, comma, to 99, okay? Comma, and I want to do one number at a time, just like that. Hit enter. So my first value is 23. So if I got a 23 right here, what does that mean? Looking back at what I wrote earlier, a 23 means, woohoo, I passed. So this is a pass. So I'm going to put 1 right here. Okay, again, everyone's answer should be different. I'm going to try the next one. I got a 67. 67 means I failed. A 19 means I passed. Oh wait, it does mean I passed, but however, on my next test, which one am I looking at? I'm now looking at this one right here, okay? Does 19 fall between 0, 0, and 71? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So this would be 2 attempts. Okay? So now to my 3rd attempt, I got a 42. I'm gonna look back again. 42 means I failed. Okay, I'm gonna press again, and I got a 99. So this time I'm looking at this side. So 99 means I failed again. So now I got a 16. 16 means I passed. So I got a 16, so this is a pass. So it took me 3 times on this one. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my calculator away. So I'm gonna use my table again. And yours is on page A77, mine's on a different page, so give me a moment to flip there. Okay. So mine is actually on page A117, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, instead of starting at row 1, because that's so unrandom, right? I wanna make this random. I see there's 40 rows, or 40 rows on here, right? 40 is the last one. So I'm just gonna do, I love this. You guys know this is how I make a lot of my great life decisions. I use a random number generator. 0, 0, 40, comma, 1. Okay, so I got the number 9. So if it's okay with you, I'm gonna start in row 9. I'm gonna take my ruler and show that I'm gonna start row 9 working from left to right. Okay, I'm gonna make some space here. Okay, so for number 9, the first 2 values, I'm gonna pick 2 values at a time. 2 values at a time because I need 2 digits, right? So I see a 0 and a 3. Okay, you guys see that? Can you check in your table, please? You see the 0, 3? That means that I passed. So I passed on my first attempt. Now I'm going to try the next 2 digits right here. I see 9 and 3. 9 and 3 means I fail. That's a 93. And then after 93, the next numbers would be, hey, 93 again. But 93 means I still failed. After 93, I see a 07. 07 means I passed. So this took me 3 times. Okay? So I just want to make sure you see that. What we did here is I went from 03 to 93 to 93 to 07. I picked 2 digits at a time. Again, if you have this on a test, it's going to give you a certain chunk of a random, a table of random digits, and you're going to use that. Okay, so then in that case, if everyone taking the test is using the same exact table, then you should get the same results. But for your homework and everything and other assignments, it's totally fine. I'm not looking at the answer, I'm looking at the process, right? So the first thing that you guys need to do, right? The first step is right here. When you're planning, you're setting up your simulation. The second part is actually doing your simulation. The last part's your conclusion. So it's kind of like a well-written essay, right? A well-written essay, in a conclusion, you're going to tell people what you're going to tell. You're going to tell people what you're going to tell them. And then in your body, you're going to tell them. And then your conclusion, you're going to tell them what you just told them. Okay. Tell that to Dr. Stevens, please. Actually, don't tell her. Please. I'm sorry, don't tell her. Okay, so for my answer, I'm going to write based on my simulation. And again, how you write this conclusion, there's no like one set way of writing this, okay? The what I don't want you to do is say the answer is exactly this. I want you to say, you know, based off your simulation on average. Based on my simulation of 5 trials or runs, I predict that it will take an average of something tests to get a license. And I need your help with math, guys. What's the average of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 divided by 5? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 divided by 5. Hey, what do you know? This came out nicely. 2. Okay. Some of you had this question of, let's say you got like, your average came out to like 2.3. Should you round that? Like, do we round it? It's totally up to you, okay? Whether you round it to 2 or 2.3, it's completely fine. If you got something like 2.3333, with, you know, the repeating 3, you can write 2, you just round it to 2.3, you can write 2 1/3, you can round it to 2. It's okay. Okay? All right. Class, there you go. Together as a class on Thursday, we're going to do number 20. If you want to look ahead to number 20, we're going to do number 20 together, okay? See you later.